What's up, my Creeperplanks? One here, and welcome back to Creeperplanks Survives. And I know it's been a little bit. For you all, it's been since Christmas. For me, it's been since December 12th. It's currently January 5th. In the last episode, we trapped our little pet warden here, who we have rightfully named Aggro Anyway, to stick with the continuity of the story that's already in place, and which, by the way, you guys know how I made a joke about how I could basically write a whole book on this world's lore, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, honestly, at this point, I could write a whole book based off of just the lore that we already have in the world. Well... yeah. Anyway, I've been waiting to get back to this world for a long time because I have a lot of ideas for it, and you know, haven't really been able to play it because one, the end of the year came up, as well as a certain game, and then another game's coming out soon. So I'll barely have time to play this world. I got all these ideas that are gonna take so much time, and then Bindi and FNAF are just like, oh boy, we got something in store for you. And to be honest, for those of you who came to my channel because of the shorts of Help Wanted 2, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you made a poor decision. And third of all, I really was not expecting people to find it all that entertaining. I thought it was funny, so it's like, haha, yeah. Edited it down into a short and posted on my social medias. Then I was just like, you know what? I'll post it on YouTube too, so that way it goes into my subscribers' feeds. And then like 11 of you all appeared out of nowhere. But also, I really did not expect to be able to play Help Wanted 2 like this early on. I was expecting to have to wait like a few months to play it because, you know, I usually get to things a bit slow. But this time around, I got to it fairly quickly, just like Benny in the Dark Revival. And it was a fun game. I've got another video of it coming out soon. It's probably going to be out before this, but yeah, I'm done rambling. So let's get on to today's plans. I've got a lot of ideas, and it's going to take me a long time to make these ideas a reality. So this video is probably going to take like a good month or two. Let's go. No. But to cut down on some of that time it's going to take for the video to come out, I've located somewhere for us to build what I want to build. And also, you guys aren't going to believe this, I organized the chests. I got the chest monster put somewhere else. Hell no, it's not organized. That's right, I did it. Alright, listen here. I've been trying to record all day, but my dad and younger brother have been watching anime in his room all day. So if the sound leaks through into the video, I'm sorry. I'm trying. But anyway, for those of you who have been here for a while or have watched the series all the way through, you may recognize this place. This place is very painful for me now. Anyway, yeah, we haven't been back here in almost a year, I would say. And I think it's time that we come back to this area for a very specific reason. It's because I need, one, a permanent base, and two, a big storage area, because I have so many items and blocks in this game that need to be sorted. I was thinking to myself, what is my idealistic dream base? What's a base that I've always wanted to have, similar to Good Times with Scar with his Scarland base? And well, I've always wanted to have a gigantic kingdom that takes time and care to build, with an intricate story and with life in every corner. And I know, I've done that in Season 3, but honestly, Season 3 is such a small kingdom to me now that I want to go bigger and better and come up with my own designs. You'll know for most of those designs, I used tutorial builds because I wasn't confident in myself in building, but now I feel like I've developed as a builder and can build designs myself that will fit into this world, one, narratively, and two, that I will actually enjoy. So yeah, we're gonna build ourselves a new kingdom base, and of course I have things in between that I could do to distract myself if I get tired of this build. And I know, oh, you should build it all at once. No, I'm not gonna do that because, one, I hate that trend on YouTube where it's just like, I built this and blah blah blah. I tried doing it and I don't know. The universe build was fun. That was the plan I had planned out for years. I'm gonna tear down this village and I'm gonna get started on my basic plans.
My voice is dead, but please try to ignore that. So since the last clip, I've gotten just a little bit of work done, you know, completely flatten this mountain and expanded upon it. Eventually we're gonna have all this leading down to the ground, so that way we can build our castle upon it. It goes all the way around, and the only part that I didn't really touch was this part in the front, because I kind of have a plan with it. I like this waterfall, I like this look, but I especially like the way it looks from over here. We're gonna have a tree right there to frame it in nicely, and then I saw this area over here and was just like, man, a statue would look great here. So we're gonna have a little statue in here of what? I'm not entirely sure yet. And also on the side of this mountain, we're probably going to carve either my skin's face or something else on the side of the mountain, because this is going to be, of course, my main base. This is like my dream base. And I worked on the land a bunch. Like, this place was more in desperate need of work than I gave it credit for. This place was distraught, but I flattened everything out for the most part and got it to where I can work with it. And I took down all the trees in this area. As you know, there were trees from all the way over here coming all the way over to there, and I just got rid of them all.
Okay, since the last clip, I've done a lot of work, and I want to apologize because in the last clip, I didn't have my shaders on because I forgot to put them on. And also, my PC got an upgrade in the time between these two clips. I got my liquid cooling unit finally put in it, and I'm pretty sure soon here I'm going to get a new graphics card and processor. I could be wrong. I also want to apologize if the sound is weird. Usually when I play and grind for hours, I have the sound off so I can listen to videos while I do all this boring work. But other than that, this is what I've done. I dug out the mountain and started to build up a new mountain on the other side, and also laid down where I want the castle to be. I've built it in a creative test world, and I did it on stream, so if you want to see the process of that, follow me live on twitch.tv/creeperpg101. You can see how we came up with the design for the castle there. But the mountain definitely needs some work. It's just very bare bones at the moment because I just wanted to get an idea of the shape of the mountain, and of course I'm going to come back through and make it all rough like I did with over here, so it doesn't look so uniformed like that, so we get some dips and some curves in this place, and it doesn't look like it was copy and pasted around the mountain. And there are a lot of mobs down there. Oh yeah, and also I flattened out an area in here because this is where we're going to be putting a massive storage area. But other than that, we got some materials together, and I have plenty of stone and andesite for this build, if you couldn't tell by this kind of being missing. A little bit later, a lot of fireworks later, and a lot of repairing my tools later, I've gotten, I think, everything I need to build this castle. Yeah, it is one big shulker monster. There are 12 shulker boxes full of stone, I think. Yeah, there are 12 shulker boxes full of stone and andesite, and then smooth sandstone, and I think just 6 of packed mud and 6 of waxed oxidized copper. That's the part that took me the longest, was the waxed oxidized copper. I never want to have to get that much oxidized copper without an aging copper farm again, because oh my god. I got my warped wood from my warped wood farm. I've got some mushroom blocks, which weren't too hard to get, but still kind of a pain. I got 2 shulkers full of both of these. I've got a sugar box full of oak logs, sugar box full of stripped spruce logs. These are stripped because I know if I use the logs, I'm only gonna need stripped. And then over here we have dark oak logs, and we've also got lanterns and chains, bookshelves and torches, glass, more glass, bricks, acacia wood for some things I'm gonna need it, some candles, some red wool, some gray wool, some lime wool. I think the only thing I'm missing is granite. Nope, there's the granite. I have 3 shulker boxes full of granite and 3 shulker boxes full of warped wood, and then over here is just my food and fireworks and whatnot. I'm leaving all the stuff I have over there to know where the portal is. But yeah, I am ready to start building this castle. I'm going to build the first floor first, and then I'm going to build the second floor, and I'm going to do the interiors one layer at a time, so that way it's not overwhelming for myself, so that way I don't walk in and I'm just like, okay, time to do all of the interior at once. No, I'm going to do it as I build. Hopefully that should work out. And you know what? Before I get started on this, I probably should, even though I really don't want to, get started on the wall. I completely forgot about deep slate. How could I forget about deep slate? Dude, that's like one of the main parts of the wall. I'll be back. Let me go get some shulker boxes of deep slate.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I spent a while mining and building, and then I went to repair my tools. Now I'm level 110, and I got some progress to show. So here are all the shulker boxes I got full of deep slate, and here's the progress we've got done. Yeah, I just went ahead and built the entire wall, because, like, I need to know where to start building the castle. Like, I already knew where to build the castle, but it was kind of floating there and annoying me. My cat is in the way. I can't see a thing. She's standing right in the middle of my monitor. But yes, we are ready to start building up the walls finally. And she's in front of the monitor again. We're making good progress. I literally just finished the interior of the throne room on a live stream on Twitch. Yes, my Twitch is probably sick of seeing this castle, but oh well. Here's what it's looking like so far. It's coming together. It's looking a lot like it does in my creative test world. The only part that's different is the dome up there. I changed it to be more pointy, I guess, more of a cone shape. But if we walk up these stairs, you can see that the throne room is complete and in all of its glory. We have armor stands with armor on the left and the right side. My cat is pushing my hand off of my mouse. We got a dragon egg up there, a dragon head over there, a warden head there, and a withered head there. And finally, we've got the throne for the king to sit on. And this light looks incredible. Whenever the sun rises, it hits the throne, and whenever the sun sets, it sets right over the throne. It looks very cool. The next room we're gonna get started on is this one right here. I can get through the door, which is the great hall. And then we'll get started on the kitchen. And then from there, we'll move on to the war room, which is right across the hall over here, which will be simple to do. And after the war room, we'll be building up the second floor's interior. And you may be asking, how's it looking from where you come through the nether portal at? It's looking pretty alright so far. Kibbies. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking on the Great Hall's interior. So let's do this. Alright, so I've had to do some rework on the throne room, mostly because the floor didn't match up with the second floor, and also because mobs were spawning in there. But like, how can I not keep this? I will take mob spawning any day just to keep this magnificent, dramatic lighting in here. The lighting in here is so good during the sunset and the sunrise, and what I want to do is have light cascade down from the top as well during midday. But the problem is, that is kind of a cone, and I might mess around with it in my creative test world, but yeah, we'll see. Once this castle is complete, you all are going to be like, wow, Creeper's really improved in his building. Or you're going to be like, that's complete garbage. What was he thinking? The sun is setting yet again, and I have completed another room's interior. So the room that I have completed is the Great Hall, and this is what it's looking like. We've got the kingdom's banners up on the walls next to us. We got the roof all done. We got some chandeliers in there. We got some tables with some candles. We got the sun coming through these windows, which is honestly my favorite part of this entire build, is just the natural lighting. We've got the big table up here for the king and whoever else. This big archway over the table to let you know that this is of significance. And of course, we've got the stained window behind it as well. And the candles are also different. They are red on the table. We have the door to the kitchen. We have some storage back there on some shelves. And we've got some potted plants as well. And yeah, I think this place has come together very well. Of course, this castle isn't coming together exactly like my creative world, and that's fine. I find it to be like a Bob Ross painting. Not every single one was the same, because he did one before the show, during the show, and after the show. And each time he would find something to improve. That's kind of what this build is. That's kind of what every build you bring from a creative world to a survival world is, unless you use Lightmatica. But there's nothing against using Lightmatica, because Minecraft is art, and I'm not great at art, so it's looking a bit gloomy out here, but we've gotten another room done. The next room we've gotten done is the kitchen, and this is probably the best kitchen interior that I have ever done. I took to Pinterest while designing this kitchen for some ideas, and I was like, oh yeah, I could use beehives for the storage, and I of course always had that technique in the back of my mind, but had forgotten about it for years. And I was just like, what if we had a ladder that could like move around? And then I built a shelf, and I was just like, what could go on it? I could put some coral on there for like decoration, or like maybe that's a spice. It is really thundering out there. That's obnoxiously loud. And then I built this little oven, and then we've got the bigger oven, and then we've got the prep table, and then we've got the pantry over here, and we've got some barrels full of stuff. I don't know exactly what this would be. I guess that would be blueberries. That would be like wheat. This would be sugar. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I was really happy with the way this turned out. And I've also done a little bit of work on the outside of the castle, because I've been listening to some podcasts and some music, and I really just got into a good workflow, and I was just like, okay, let's go improve some stuff on the outside. We've gotten
the wooden beam supports in the sandstone parts where they need to be. Of course, they're not exactly the same because this castle isn't exactly the same as it is in my creative world. Hey, it's sunny out here now. It's nice. We've also got the lanterns on the castle as well to make it brighter at night and also keep mobs from spawning. We've got the chimney, and yeah, I think it's time we move on to the war room. Oh, also, I don't know if I showed it as well, but I also like improved that. Instead of just having the window just be popping out of the wall, I added a bit of an archway because I felt like that looked a lot better. And now we move on to the war room. As another day comes to an end here in the castle, we've got another room finished. Man, that is beautiful. Sorry, I just got distracted real quick by the beautiful lighting yet again. Man, it looks good in here. Isn't that so pretty? Anyway, the room we've got done is the war room. So of course we've got some more flexing going on with our diamond armor over there and over there. We've got some diamond weapons up on the wall on each side. And then we've got another table here for the king and whoever else. And then we've got this table here. And a doorway that'll be going into this tower. Now all we have to do is the top floors, the library, and so much more. This is going to be a long project. We've still got a lot left to do and plenty of time to do it. Alright everyone, some major work has been done to the castle. I got bored and I was listening to some music and some podcasts and I got a little carried away. And well, yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot from here, but we'll get inside and you'll see. Leave me alone. First of all, I did some work in here. I added another arch over the windows and added another window there because I thought it would look good, and I was right. But if we head in here, you can see that the second floor is now complete with a bathroom over here, a bedroom over here. I forgot to add the windows, so it's not completely complete. And the king's bedroom right here. This is where I will be staying. Got a big old window above the bed, a nice fireplace, some shelving, the kingdom banner, storage, some more shelving, the crown, a painting of the first king, a grandfather clock, some nice carpeting in here, and then a storage closet to keep all of my utility stuff. And finally, we have a balcony over here so I can watch the sun set and the sun rise. And I can also watch the sunrise in the bathroom. There's not much detail in here. I just kind of threw together a bathroom in the creative world, and this is kind of what it looks like. There's a storage closet over here, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. This amount of work is usually where people would call it quits, right? But not me. Alright, I've got another build done, and I'm trying to kind of speed through this because you remember how I said we have plenty of time to build this castle? We don't. We got the library all built up, and it's looking pretty nice. I did some of it on a live stream, but I completed the interior just now. This is what it's looking like. It's looking pretty nice and cozy in here. Got a desk for a librarian. Got plenty of books around here. Got an upstairs with plenty of books. Got a downstairs with plenty of books as well down here. And we've also got some reading areas and a nice little section of books here. And yeah, that's what the entirety of the library is looking like right now. And I think it's time we move on to the barracks, which will be going along this wall and this wall. And then we're going to get started on the blacksmith down here, and then we're going to do the courtyard. And at some point we're going to finish off these towers. I should probably do that like kind of now-ish, actually. I just don't want to do the towers, man. I hate doing these towers. The main castle structure is done. The towers are complete, the forge is in, the library's done. How's it looking? I think it's looking alright. No, but in all seriousness, it is coming together. It's looking pretty good now. And this is just down here where my cats are. Oh yeah, I named them. I have Snowball, Buttercup, and then we have Jelly to honor Good Times with Scar's cat, who recently passed. It was a while ago she passed, but I did this a while ago. I just kept forgetting to show it on camera. But yes, rest in peace, little Jelly. We'll always have you here in Minecraft. So this is what it's looking like so far. I think it's looking pretty good. We've got the gatehouse right there, not menacing at all, and then the castle is revealed to you as you walk in. And we've got the barracks over there with the forge, the library over there. Everything is just looking so good. It's coming together. So the forge is the most recent thing I built. It's got all the things you need, a place to live, and
eat and whatnot, a bathroom, a hallway to get between rooms, a bedroom, and of course we've got the actual area to make weapons and whatnot. Then the gatehouse, we have a place for the person who operates the gate to live, as well as a place for him to sleep, and then we got some storage up here, and then the towers are pretty much all the same. They're just spiral staircases leading up to a whole lot of, wait for it, nothing. But eventually I think I'll have these leading down into the lower areas of the castle, because down there is going to be our mega storage unit. And all the barracks kind of look the same as well. So really, if you've seen one room, you've seen them all. Boom, they're the same. They are the exact same. We've got a nice little place for the soldiers to eat. Campfire in here as well. Up here we've got some spiral staircases that lead to the top of the tower. And then downstairs we have another table, but also the armory. Look at all these sets of iron armor. It really helps to have an iron farm. And then at the end of it all, we have a little bit of storage for like weapons and whatnot. So yeah, the next thing we have to do is the courtyard, and that is going to take a long time. So I'm going to skip ahead for you all. The castle is done. It took a long time, but I'm happy with the way it's turned out. And how's it looking from the nether portal where my cats are? It looks about the same, to be honest. Keepies. But as we fly closer to it, you'll see that the courtyard is now done, and we're gonna go take a look at it. And also, I moved the chest monster and the shulker monster. That's crazy. I cleaned up. So this is the view when we're first walking in. We get the grand reveal of the keep itself, and then we've got a cherry tree framing everything in nicely, as well as these lampposts framing everything in nicely. And a flower bed over here with the pitcher plants in the back with some lilacs, some rose bushes. We've of course got every type of tulip here with some blue orchids and azalea leaves as the wall for the flower bed. I'll have a link in the description for these cherry trees, because originally in my creative world I had just some naturally generated Minecraft cherry trees, but I didn't like that, so I looked up a design and I really like this one, and I've used it kind of everywhere in here where there was a cherry tree, so I'll link that in the description down below. We've got a picnic area right here. We've got a winding pathway that leads you to the middle of the courtyard with some more flower beds. Then over here we've got a pond with a frog statue, and eventually we're going to bring the axolotls that are in the Fisherton pond into this pond, because this is going to be my main base. This is where they're going to live, and eventually I'll bring my cats into my room as well. Of course, we've got a statue here, which I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent right now, but I'm sure I'll write some lore for it in a bit. We've got some horse stables over here. These are kind of just show horses. Their stats aren't all that great, honestly. They're terrible at jumping. They're kind of slow, and I might spend some time breeding them up, but I don't know. But this one's my favorite. I just like its colors. Look at it. Doesn't that look cool? I know some people don't like it because it looks like mud, but I think it looks cool. We've got the blacksmith over there. We've got a well over here. We've got another flower bed right here with some torch flowers, just for a little pop of yellow, because I felt like there was too much of the same color throughout here, so I was just like, yeah, let's add a little bit of yellow in here. And we've got another path leading to the pond, and we've got two cherry trees framing the keep in nicely. And of course, we've got two flower beds either side, with this one having another tree and some more torch flowers in the back over there. And if we come up here, we've got, of course, the main keep itself, but we've also got a nice roofed area outside for people to stand under. We've got a nice eating area along with a nice place for some flowers. I wasn't sure what to put in these pots, so I kind of just left them empty. So I feel like I want some rare flowers. I feel like I want a few wither roses, maybe some azaleas. I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, that's pretty much all the work I've done. It's mainly just the courtyard I was working on. I feel like this area is really looking nice, and I'm really happy with the way that this castle has turned out. The only thing we really have to do is move in the axolotls and the cats, but that'll have to be for another time. And of course, we've got to finish the mountain as well. I thought I'd have enough time to do everything all at once, like the mountain, the underneath of the castle, like with the dungeons, the treasure rooms and whatnot, but I really don't have time because I don't have a video for next Wednesday, and that's coming up a lot sooner than I thought. It looks cool under here with all the hidden lighting, but yeah, I'm kind of disappointed we couldn't do all of it in one video. But hey, that's we've done some pretty significant work in this video. We've cleared out all of this. We built up the castle, cleared that mountain, built like a quarter of the mountain, and yeah, I really like the way that this is looking. So with that, I'm gonna have to call it an episode. So thank you all very much for watching this video. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you not already want to, because what's gonna win. See you in the next video. Bye bye.